Nottingham people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this. Of course, it's time for your Oxford versus Leeds preview. It is crunch time now. We've just got 4 games left to go. And for me, it's just do not lose. Do not lose. Of course, we'd love a win. A draw ain't so bad. I'm just putting it out there. But just don't lose this game. Don't give Sheffield United any hope whatsoever. Look, you've got 2 teams here at opposite ends of the table, both looking to realise their ambitions. Okay, Oxford to stay in the Championship at the first time of asking. Leeds United to get promoted out of the Championship into the Premier League. Of course, we'll meet under the lights at the Kassam Stadium on Good Friday. Easter notoriously has been a bad time for Leeds United, but not this time. Leeds United will be resurrected. Don't make me get that Bible out again. Largi Ramazani. Look, Oxford are edging towards second tier safety during their first campaign back at this level, and Leeds are pushing to the Premier League. Now, this is the first time Oxford have been in the Championship now for 2 decades, 20 years, man. And of course, have no intentions of dropping back out. That's why they brought in a manager like Gary Rowett. And he's done a fantastic job since he's come in. And of late, they've shown some really decent performances. They had a narrow victory over Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday afternoon. They've also beaten Blades and Watford in the last 5, both to a 1-0 scoreline in each game. So I'm a little bit nervous about this game. This will not be easy by any stretch of the imagination. The majority of Oxford's success has come at the Kassam. And of course, Leeds haven't travelled that great this season, as good as we would have liked anyway. And the fact that they're on the back of a good win against Wednesday, beating Sheffield United, beating Watford, they're going to be full of confidence. And Gary Rowett and Oxford will relish the opportunity of bringing Leeds United to the Kassam Friday night under the lights. They would love to put another, a dampener in our promotion hopes. And as I said, they'll be brimming with confidence. That win they got against Wednesday was actually their first away win since New Year's Day. That's a hell of a long time in football, and obviously having confidence on the back of going away, thinking, bloody hell, we've won away, and now we get to play at home. We're flying, we've got this, come on. Gary Rowett, as I said, good manager at this level, managed a number of Championship clubs now, and he's moved them up to 17th place in the Championship standings, 48 points from 42 games, meaning really in this last 4, they only really need like 1 more win, and that's probably going to retain their divisional status. So they'll want to get it done as soon as possible. So we'll not be fearful that the mighty Leeds United are coming to the Kassam, are coming to play Oxford. They will not fear us. They've shown that in recent times against Sheffield United, who are also a top side in this division. Now, Oxford have won 12 games this season. 10 of them, 10 have come at the Kassam. So if they're going to do anything against Leeds United, it's going to be here. Now, our form has turned of late. Of course, we had 1 win in, I think it was 6 Championship matches. Yes, we didn't lose. This is a key point. We are still undefeated in that run. But it wasn't promotion chasing form, was it? However, after a fantastic week, when you consider what we did away at Middlesbrough, and then what we did against Preston at the weekend, which again, I know it was only 2-1, but like the Coventry game, like games before, it could have been closer to the 7 that we got against Cardiff. So Leeds are now bouncing as well, right? You've got 2 teams in good form. Oxford, 3 wins in the last 5. Leeds United, 2 on the spin after hitting the bricks a little bit. And we've had good wins as well. Like I say, great performance against Preston and beating an informed Middlesbrough side. Now, we will be looking to extend our unbeaten run now down at the Kassam, which would make it, I think, 7 matches if we were to go undefeated, as in do not lose. Now, of course, Leeds United away from home this season, it has been a bit of an issue for us because we've only won 9 of our 21 championship outings on the road. But a lot of them have been draws, right? It's not resulted in us getting beat. I think this is the key point, that Leeds United have drawn a hell of a lot. But if you look at the L column, I think, is it 4 losses all season? If you look at like Leicester, they got 9 last season. I think we got 11. It's quite crazy what Leeds United have done. So yeah, I think we've lost 3 games on the road. 3 games on the road, and obviously 1 at home to Burnley. So I actually think, all things considered, Leeds United's form on the road, how tough of a night it's going to be on Friday at the Kassam, that this will end a draw. And I'm okay with that. I know, listen, I'd love nothing more than Leeds United to go out and wallop them. Don't even have to wallop them. Win the game, right? It doesn't matter how it comes, by hook or by crook, to really make sure. But even if we draw, it's not that deep for me. I'm genuinely not overly concerned about that, because, you know, Sheffield United can still do what they do. If they fail to beat Burnley, we're done. And we play Stoke on Easter Monday. It's just going to be a nice fixture for us. Now, of course, Oxford have a few injury issues. Kieran Brown, Irish international, Northern Irish, I believe. He's been ruled out for the remainder of the season. Normally plays at centre-back. Elliot Moore and Max Waltman also in the medical room. So they're not at full strength. Leeds United do have James back, tentatively back. But for me, I would not risk him in this game. If he's all right, give him 10, 15 minutes towards the end, but I'm okay with Nonto starting. It's a big game for Pirro. I thought, arguably, Pirro had one of his best performances last time out, contrary to some opinions. But he has failed to score now in 8 league appearances. We need him to start scoring goals. Otherwise, the calls for Bamford to start will get louder. But yeah, don't risk James for me. Everything else remains the same. There'll be no return of Joe Rothwell. Gruev's going to be okay there. Rothwell hopefully should be back for Bristol City, and we'll probably need him in that game because there'll be a lot more space for him to operate, and it won't need to be as tight. Now, how I expect this game to go, as I've said to you, a point isn't a bad thing, and I've said for a while now, I think the game will end 1-1. However, the first goal is so important. If we do get that, then we don't lose, do we? We don't lose. I think it's 75 or 78 championship matches where Leeds have scored first and not lost. That's so important. If they get it, could be spooky. We know they're going to go for set pieces. We know they're going to play with a low block. We know Will Vaulks is going to have a go with the long throws. It ain't going to be easy. I'm a lot more confident with Carl Darlow in net, of course. But I just think with their home form, their need for points, it's going to be nervy. And Leeds never do it easy. Like Farker's right? We don't. I'm not saying we're going to lose the game, but I do think a point's not a bad thing. So for me, I think that we draw the game 1-1. However, if we score first, it might be different. Just don't let them score first for sure, because a 1-0 shutout could easily happen down at the Kassam. But yeah, let's hope that doesn't prove to be the case. I'd love all 3, but I just can see a stalemate in this one. A draw, both teams to score. Leeds United 1, Oxford 1, and we move on to Easter Monday. Thanks as always for watching. Good Friday tomorrow. I can't wait. We've got 3 games back to back. Make sure you join me. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.